What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for a video today. Finally, after what, 3 years, a collection update. So I'm gonna give you a tour to this small house of mine that, basically has this collection that I do have. Let's start off with some arcade one-ups. I don't really play them that much, to be honest with you. This one is the modified one that I did from Amazon. I took that, put them in, so it has like, I don't know, like 1,000 games, and I gotta go with NBA Jam. Huge NBA fan, 4 players, can play with my kids barely, but it makes for a good display. Honestly, that's what I bought it for. I play with it every here and there, but it's not. I don't play as much as I want to nowadays. And here are some of the larger figures that doesn't fit on a D12. So I put it on this window well that I do have. Probably not the best place for them. But hey, that's all I have. I work with what I do have here. As you can see, I have a very modest display here. Now let's start off with Asmus, Lord of the Rings here. So I got Frodo. You can see the crown, Gandalf there, Saruman. On the back, you see a couple of elven soldiers, and you see Elrond in the back there. I have way too many figures. I can't display them all. I've already submitted to that fact. So if you are triggered by a collection that is just cramped up, maybe you should stop right now. But this works for me. Might not work for everyone, but as you can see here, you got Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas. Hopefully he gets like a Crown Series treatment. Boromir. I got Gothmog on the back, Grishnak, some bad guys there on the back, as you can see. But yeah, you got Faramir. Basically any Lord of the Rings that Asmus has made, I think I do have, with the exception of a few. I got, King Theoden, Eomir, and like I said, Gothmog, Grishnak, and the, what do you call that? The Witch King or something like that. But yeah, this is basically on top of 3 D12s right there. And now let's go to the cabinet. So this is random. So let's start off with Hot Toys Avengers here, or Marvel, whatever you want to call them. I kind of chose to stick with Infinity War / Endgame. So whatever's better. So I do have, of course, a Hawkeye here, Cap, a Brothor, and this is in no order whatsoever. So I got Black Widow there. Ideally, for aesthetic wise, you only want to put 2, maybe max 3 per shelf, but that doesn't apply to me. You got Mark 85 battle damage, you got War Machine Mark 1, Infinity War Thor, and Infinity War Cap. As you can see, I have a lot of Captain America here. Maybe I should get rid of some. I got Bucky from Infinity War, Loki Endgame, 2012 Cap, Groot, and Star-Lord in the back. Like I said, I don't know why. Well, to be fair to me, those caps look different from one another. I got 2012 Infinity War and Endgame. Bottom here, you got Spider-Man again from Infinity War, Captain Marvel solo movie. I might replace this with the Endgame, but this Captain Marvel has no value right now, so no point in getting rid of her. You got also Infinity War Machine, and Rocket from there. Now let's move on to the second D12. So now you can kind of tell why they're all cramped up, and that's not even the end of Marvel here. So you got Dark Knight, the old school armory version. So you got Bruce Wayne. This is from, I think, ZB Toys. So I felt bad back in the day leaving my Batman in there, so I bought that for like $30 to put as a stand-in. And at the bottom here, I do have Two-Face 2.0, Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and then DX19 on the left, and the armory on the right. So now I kind of, I also bought like a DX12 back in the day stand. So now I can kind of post them One is unmasked, one is masked. So once the other Batman releases, I'm gonna get that too. The one with the armory. And here at the bottom, technically not Dark Knight, but still a part of the Batman. You got Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and Bane, who is gonna be replaced as well once the new Bane comes out. And I try to put on the accessories by their feet whenever I feel like taking a picture of them. I don't want to look for them. So it might look kind of messy, but again, when creativity hits, I want them to be within arm's length. And now this is my 3-0 kind of Game of Thrones little shelf right here. Again, there's 5 in there. I don't have the night, what do you call that? The Witch King or something. So hopefully I do get that one of these days. I'm not counting on it, but you know. So that's that. And then we got on the last cab right here, I got the miscellaneous ones. It's just random figures, which I do love to collect. But you know, that's the thing. That's why Hot Toys got out of it, because you want to pair them up. So here we got a third party Michael Corleone and the Damn Toys Vito Corleone. Beautiful figure. One of these days I'm gonna buy the Heart Attack version as well. And on the back you can see some Star Ace figures as well. What do you call that? But here you got maybe I would call this my Keanu Reeves shelf. You got John Wick, heavily modified there, as you can see, with a belt from CRO Customs. Also on the back, I don't know if you can see right there, that's a beautiful display base by CRO Customs as well. You do have Matrix Neo, again from Hot Toys back in the day. And you have a dog that just kind of stand in for John Wick's dog. Now again, this is random, so there's no rhyme or reason whatsoever, with Batman standing right next to Taskmaster and a Predator in the back, and also Mike Tyson. I forget, it's his undisputed heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. And at the bottom here, again, some random figures. You got a Star Ace, both of them 300 figures. And you got the Mondo God of War Kratos and the Olympic Mike Tyson from Storm Collectibles as well. I'm a huge boxing fan, so that's why I do have them. But the thing is, you know, they're hard to match up together. I can probably put the two Mike Tysons together. That makes sense. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's random. I just there's no rhyme and reason for that. So as you can see, it doesn't occupy a whole lot of space in the basement. So got my keyboard out there. So I still have some sort of a living space here, even though it's packed with figures, but I just use them basically to house those figures. And you see, I got my treadmill out there when I work out, but yeah, it doesn't occupy this much. I still have like a large space where the kids could run around, maybe knock down this D12, and some figures would fall from the top. And here on top of a microwave that we never use, I used to collect video game collectibles. So you got Kratos in here, and then some Assassin's Creed action. As you can see, they're kind of dusty, honestly. You got Uncharted and Injustice 2. I do have a lot of this video game collectible figures prior to me jumping into Hot Toys. And sometimes even when when it goes on clearance at Best Buy, I still buy them. And this is a mini helmet signed by Khalil Mack. And the ball that you saw earlier, another video game collectible here, Last of Us, but that is signed by the entire Cubs team when I visited their office, and a few DVD collections here. So now, if you have watched any of my stream, you know I stream in used to be a walk-in closet that now is kind of like my pseudo office. Still looks like a walk-in closet, but as you can see here, I am surrounded by figures and statues. Not the most ideal way of displaying them, because you can't really highlight. And I know this deep inside me. Look at it, they got figures on the floor. But again, I have two choices: to buy a figure or not to buy a figure, and this is where I stream normally. So let us start off here in the top. I got some soldiers out there from Damn Toys. This is a Dark Trooper from Mandalorian. I have Moff Gideon as well, and on the back you can see Terminator Genesis. I used to have DX13 and the first Terminator, but I both sold them. Shore Trooper, again, a video game collectible. Far Cry 5, if I'm not mistaken. Bat Signal from The Dark Knight. I love this thing. And then you got some 3-0 action right there. Stranger Things 11. Walking Dead, which I do love. I'm waiting for that Rick Grimes. And on the back, a couple of Rambos. Probably another Rambo is going to be added. And look, I have an extra space. Look at that. In between Rambo and that third party. And again, the 3-0, they're not third party. Breaking Bad, my favorite TV show of all time. And here, you probably have seen this. The Marvel and Lord of the Rings and the PlayStation light up action out there, and I want to add more. I just don't know where to put them. So you got Mark IV in here, Mark V. My plan is to complete this Hall of Armor, to have 7 of them. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. See, I didn't even turn this on. It's too late now. I've been recording now, so there you go, buddy. Way to go planning this out. And then I got the mechanic and that table, courtesy of Mila. Thank you, Mila. Again, I'm not going to get rid of this ever. It means so much to me. I appreciate that. You got some Spider-Man quarter scale right here, which lights up as well. And on the back, as you can see, it's downtown Chicago. It's representing there. I got Undertaker quarter scale. Maybe it's third scale. I don't know. It's massive. Yeah, Undertaker right here. I want to get that Stone Cold one of these days, but again, you can see what I'm working at with here. I got no room. You get Man of Steel, MMS 200, and again, Myla is a huge Superman fan, just like I am. I know we talked about getting this, kind of like Superman changing. This is DC Illuminated. The Batman, and again the Trinity from DC. I'm a huge DC fan, as you can tell. So mainly Superman fan, but it kind of trickled down. You can see 2 Aquamans right there. And finally, I completed my Justice League. That Wonder Woman looks like she needs a hair stylist. You get Superman again there. Tactical Batman. Golden Armor Wonder Woman. Really good figure, very underrated because of the movie. Kind of dragged her down, but a very unique figure. And finally, we got Cyborg after years of waiting. And you get that Bat Pod right there. So we'll continue with the DC theme in here. Nightmare Batman from the 2-pack. In the back right there, you can see me with this cases that I bought like maybe 10 years ago. Still lights up though. You got General Zod and Jor-El. This my first Hot Toys is the Christopher Reeve Superman. Again, part of the 2-pack right here. Black Suit Superman and SWAT Gordon and Blake, from The Dark Knight Rises. And this is kind of like a mixed bag as well. Deadpool 3, you got Cable Special Edition. You got the third party Green Arrow, Hot Toys Flash. You got a couple of Deadpools in the back. You got Daredevil, Punisher, which 2 figures that they're kind of dated, but I love them so much. I'm never going to sell them. You got Hellboy, The Crow, which have been with me forever. Those 230 G.I. Joe figures as well. And now let's continue to the DC theme in here. This is supposed to be just a Joker shelf, but I ran out of space for Batman, so he's there for now. I'm going to arrange it one of these days. So you got that Lightbox Why So Serious. You got a bunch of Jokers here. The Ever DX11, which a lot of people hate now. It used to be a grail. You got Bank Robber 2.0. I believe that is, I forgot. It's a third-party Joker figure. And then the other one is SW Toys, I believe, the other Joker as well. I love that figure as well. This is the new Batman. You got Leto Joker, which is not the most popular. You got the Arkham Asylum version. I created a second Joker back in the day because that head sculpt is way too good to keep in the box. And you got the purple coat Joker as well from Suicide Squad. So even if I do get that new Joker from Hot Toys, I'm not going to sell my DX11 because you can see the backdrop, the table. It does offer something different that I don't feel the need to sell them. Even as a quote unquote upgrade, I can keep them, as many Jokers as I want. Now let's go to the Star Wars shelf in here. A bunch of troopers. They're really cheap nowadays. So I got IG-11, first the Force Awakens Kylo Ren. This is the deluxe version Luke Skywalker that I just bought a third-party cloak so I can recreate that Mando scene. You got some it's not a Commander Trooper, I believe, and some Darth Maul action. DX-16, the one with no vehicle, and you got the deluxe Boba with the Sarlacc pit, which I don't have, and you got the old Mando. I haven't gotten the new Mando yet, probably never will, because I'm pretty happy with this, even though that's a superior version. And you got Boba on the throne. It's just that Boba and the throne just have this it factor. Love Spider-Verse, so I gotta have both Gwen and Miles. I love Punisher, love War Machine. You put them in one, I gotta get them. And then we got Whiplash, just to complement Mark V. Mysterio, you got Venom, the first Venom. I didn't get the second one. And at the back you see you got Raiden, Magneto from Sideshow. You got Altair from Damn Toys. And you got another 3-0. And again, you got Colossus right here, from Mila again. Bought it from her. And then at the back, you can see some more video game collectible figures in there. I believe this is Facepool, Saving Private Ryan. You got Batman Deluxe version, The Boss, Metal Gear. Huge video game fan and huge Wolverine fan. You can see I got a bunch of Wolverine in the back. Lucius Fox as well, and you see Batman Arkham Knight Collector's Edition, and then the Avengers Collector Edition, and then you got the ever popular Star Ace horse. You got Solid Snake as well, and this is Battle Damage Thanos from Avengers Endgame, and Nebula, and I got this what do you call that? Whatever, phone booth as well. And this is the case that I love this case. It's the 3D hologram case that I've bought maybe around 8 years ago. This was supposed to be for Iron Man, but you can upload multiple things. So as you can see here, you got those effects. So you basically have a TV that reflects down on this acrylic reflecting material. It's pretty cool. You can upload your own effects or make your own. You put movie in there, whatever the case may be. But you could do that. And you got this maquette from or premium format from Sideshow, which is the Wolverine. The only one that I need, but I want more. Just want to preface right there. I don't have my Black Panther yet, so I purposely did that because I have like 4 figures coming in, and this shit is just gonna get more packed. So I might as well put it out now. It's gonna be aesthetically least pleasing if I wait. But here you go. You got a few Spider-Mans here from No Way Home. Not No Way Home. I think Far From Home. You got Wasp, an old school Wolverine from X-Men 3. And this is kind of like the one-off section as well. But I treat it more like if you have a nice base, you'll be here. Because ideally, this is a better, I would say, spacing. You got Alita, you got DX-15, you got Pennywise, who I know there's a superior version out there, but this is half the price. And I don't really want to spend $500 on a Pennywise. $250 is more than enough. As a matter of fact, you can get this now for cheap. It's always on sale. But let's head over to the Enter Bay. You got Blake Griffin, Giannis, you got Steph. I used to have a lot more. But again, as you can see, I barely have any space to properly display this, guys. So we're about to trade in and out here. But most of the guys here that you see, is pretty much set in stone. Like the Kobe's, the Shaq. I have 2 Shaqs. I got Derrick Rose is never gonna leave my collection ever. Look at that. That's one of the best head sculpt that Enterbay has ever done, or any 1/6 for that matter, in my opinion. Not even that. If you see the less dynamic head sculpt, that's even better. Now you get Dennis Rodman. This is when Enterbay used to be good. 2 uniforms, 2 head sculpts, just tons of accessories for a decent price. Nowadays, it's ridiculous what they're doing. And I got a bunch of Jordans. And there's like 2 more coming in, because I do have the All-Star version and the Barcelona version coming. Again, I do not know where to put them. And this is my setup, as you can see here. But that's pretty much it. And you got this Venom bust right next to me when I'm editing or watching videos or streams or whatever the case. And a quarter scale Mando and Carnage, as you can see there. But yeah, this is pretty much the room. A very small room, very packed room, but I'm happy with it. You know, it might not be the best aesthetically looking collection, but everything's within arm's reach. I can get him in and out. It is not dust proof, but I'm in the basement and it's barely any dust in here. But you see some cobwebs here and there. But overall, I personally think I could use less figures, but I just don't want to do that. But hopefully you enjoyed this tour. It's a bit messy, but that's what I have. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, again, you probably got some ideas or not what to do in your collection. But again, I appreciate your time, and this is a bit long of a video, but thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.